What's up guys, Manu here, and today we will be talking about a motorcycle that I have been riding lately. If you've been following my channel, I'm sure you've seen this bike in one of my videos, and this bike is the Kawasaki W800. This bike has been with me for a couple of months already, and I guess it's about time I make a video about things that I have to say about it. By the way, this is a 2017 model Kawasaki W800 Black Edition. Retro standard styling that looks like a bike from the 60s and 70s. And as you can see, it's all blacked out. Bodywork, engine, exhaust, seat, and a bit of silver and chrome accents to give it some color. Now, the engine on the W800 is, well, 800cc, 4-stroke air-cooled, bevel drive, fuel-injected parallel twin, producing approximately 50 horsepower and 60 newton meters of torque. Braking is by a single disc front with 2-piston caliper and a drum rear brake. The newer models though come with ABS and front and rear disc brakes, but basically they're the same in every way. Anyway, seating position is very neutral and relaxed. Seat height is reasonable and should make a lot of riders happy regardless if you're short or tall. This bike will fit you perfectly. It is a standard, after all. Not unless if you are a midget or a giant. By the way, I'm 6'1", and the W800 fits me well. But I did add a set of 1-inch handlebar risers to accommodate my tall frame and make the reach to the bars more relaxed. A guy like me, I have a lower back problem, so being hunched over or lean forward, tends to put a little bit of strain on my back. So anyway, handling on this bike, it is surprisingly light, especially, considering it is 220 kilograms. But since it's rolling on 19-inch front and 18-inch rear tires, handling is very predictable. It's very manageable, especially in city traffic, and even when moving it around the garage, of course, when you're moving it in and out and parking it, stuff like that. On highway speeds it is pretty stable, but it does tend to wobble a bit once you hit speeds above 130 kilometers per hour. Not a speed that you want to be staying in for a long time. Cornering at speeds above 80 though is fine and uniquely satisfying considering you are on a motorcycle that has 60s and 70s design. However, it is a retro standard, of course. You are limited by the low cornering clearance, and the brakes tend to be lacking. So, sometimes I tend to grab a handful and use a decent amount of engine braking if I want to stop quickly. But those things can be upgraded and can be fixed, and of course, you can adjust to your bike. Now, horsepower numbers tend to be on the low side for an engine this size, and it does feel a bit anemic. But what I really like about the W800 is the way it delivers a torque at low revs, which is very handy in city traffic situations. On uphill stretches of road, this bike really pulls, even at mid-range RPMs. The power is delivered by a smooth shifting 5-speed transmission and puts the power to the ground without any drama or any unwanted wheel spin. Acceleration is smooth, again, too smooth actually, to the point it is deceiving. You may think you're riding at 80, but when you look at the gauges, you're actually going like past 20. It's that smooth, really. It's really surprising sometimes. Now, styling wise, it is simple and functional with the simple gauges, the upright engine with the bevel drive on display, teardrop tank, twin silencers, and the rib seat. It is how a motorcycle should look like, how a motorcycle looks like back in the day. Even non-motorcycle enthusiasts, both young and old, appreciate it for its simplicity. With this universal design, I can say that you can turn it to whatever you want. You can put clubman style handlebars. Then you get yourself a cafe racer. Taller, wider bars, and a set of off-road tires. You got yourself a scrambler. You can take it off-road if you want. add a windshield, saddlebags, and you got yourself a tourer. Or simply strip it down and add fat tires, and you got yourself a really good looking bobber. Now, honestly, I find the W800 beautiful whether you're riding it on a twisty road or staring at it in your garage. It is a motorcycle that brings you back in time when riding was all about having a good time and not rushing things. A time when the rider needs to befriend the bike before truly enjoying its true potential. I've been riding for almost 20 years, and nothing is more satisfying to it's more satisfying than getting to know a bike and then riding it in its full potential. It is not perfect though. I have to be honest. It, but it hits the correct buttons in terms of styling, ease of maintenance, practicality, and of course customizability. And don't forget, value for money. You can buy a used bike, used W800, like this one, for 375 or 350 in today's market. Value depends on the condition, of course. Brand new would be around 500 to 600, depending on the model that you're getting. And I could say, if you're a new rider looking for an entry level bigger displacement bike, or if you're a seasoned biker looking for a reliable classic style bike, consider the W800. Now, if you have something to add, feel free to post your comments and I will do my best to get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe to my channel. Well, that's it for today. See you next time. Bye.